Hi there. This is actually my first time talking, and the reason I've decided to talk now is because I've actually gotten my hands on The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia, so this seemed like a good moment to finally talk. I've never actually read through this, so it will be quite interesting. Learn a bit about my world and maybe even myself, so anyway, I'm gonna get to it. So, I hope you're doing okay. It's quite a peaceful time today. Okay. The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia. Okay. On the 25th, just before I continue, I'm going to be reading this extremely slow and very quietly. Okay, it's because I'm not really used to talking. I know it seems like I know how to talk because I'm talking to you right now fairly fluidly, but just for the sake of relaxation, I'm going to be speaking quietly and peacefully. Okay, let's begin. On the 25th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. Oh, and another thing, I may make some mistakes because of what I just said. I don't normally talk, so again, forgive me for that. Sorry, let's continue. Okay. On the 25th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda, Shigeru Miyamoto, Senior Executive Director of Nintendo Corporation and General Producer of The Legend of Zelda series, I started working on the first Legend of Zelda project with a small staff in the corner of Nintendo's development office in Kyoto. It was the mid-80s, and the Famicom, which is the Japanese name for the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES, console had been out for about 2 years. At that time, I was working on a Super Mario Bros. Compilation for the Famicom, but the disk system, which was a peripheral not released in the United States, was about to come out, and we needed to develop a launch title for it. I thought that we should take advantage of the disk system's ability to rewrite data by making a game that allowed 2 players to create dungeons and then explore each other's creations. We designed that game, and the overall response was that playing through the dungeons was the best part. We made a 1-player game with dungeons under mountains that surrounded Death Mountain, but we couldn't shake that I want to play above ground too feeling, so we added forests and lakes, and eventually Hyrule Field. Okay, I think we should move away from this because we want to know more about the actual games themselves, right? The world of Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword. Let's see here. The hero of the skies raises his sword to the heavens. Link, a young boy who attends the Knight Academy at Skyloft. His search for Zelda will not only allow him to mature as a young man, but indeed will introduce him to his destiny. Yes. Let's move on from here. In fact, let's go to introduction to the history of Hyrule, told chronologically, which weaves together the numerous Legend of Zelda stories. Is it legend? Is it an accurate history of a cycle of rebirth? There is evidence that the story of the Legend of Zelda series begins with Skyward Sword. Up to this point, the legends of Zelda have been surrounded by myth and mystery. But now, with the help of the following information, you will be able to discover for yourself the real history of Hyrule. Okay. So, yes, as I already stated, or have I stated? Yes. It begins with a Skyward Sword, followed by the Minish Cap, Four Swords, Ocarina of Time, and then the timeline splits into three. The hero is a triumphant child era and adult era, leading to Majora's Mask and Wind Waker, and the hero is defeated, leading to A Link to the Past. Ganondorf becomes Demon King Ganon. Ganon is sealed, Ganon is resurrected, Ganon is resurrected. Ganon is executed, reincarnation of Ganon, reincarnation of, resurrection of Ganon, resurrection of Vati, resurrection of Ganon again, resurrection of Ganon. The resurrection of Ganon is presented. There are many resurrections of Ganon. I believe I stopped all of them. Yes. Okay. The Legend of the Goddesses and the Hero. This world was created by the three goddesses. They did not intend to unite the regions of this world, but instead let the inhabitants have free reign of the land. In this world, the three goddesses left behind the omnipotent Triforce. Okay. The Ancient Battle. The Goddess Hylia and the Ancient Battle. During the era of the Goddess Hylia, many demons arose in pursuit of the Triforce. The leader, Demise, the Demon King, tried to take over the world with his evil powers. After a battle against the demonic forces, Hylia gathered the humans who had survived along with the Triforce onto a plot of land and sent it into the sky. She positioned a heavy barrier of clouds between the island in the sky and the land below to protect the humans and the Triforce. The goddess and the remaining tribes on the surface battled for their lives against Demise. They were victorious and they sealed him away. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Sealed in the land of the goddess. The land was saved, but the seal that kept the Demon King imprisoned was weak. In an attempt to destroy the Demise, the goddess Hylia tried to use the power of the Triforce. However, a goddess cannot wield its power. Thus, the goddess Hylia decided to renounce her divinity and be reborn as a human. With Hylia's passing, Impa of the Sheikah tribe was entrusted with watching over the sealed prison of the Demon King until she returned. Okay, Ocarina of Time here. Now, of course I'm not going to read through all of this because it would take forever. I mean, the book is fairly large. So, this may be one of the last ones, okay? Anyway, the door of time is opened. Link restored the three spiritual stones to their places in the Temple of Time and opened the door of time by playing the ocarina. The legendary Master Sword that lay behind the door served as the final key to the Sacred Realm. Ganondorf, apprised of Link's movements, invaded the Sacred Realm to lay his hands on the Triforce. However, only the Triforce of Power remained, as the Triforces of Wisdom and Courage had scattered, seeking those with the ability to wield them. Master Sword sealed Link within the Sacred Realm. Within the Temple of Light, the cornerstone of the Sacred Realm, the ancient sage Rauru watched over Link in a small area called the Chamber of Sages. Link, guarded by Rauru, slept for 7 long years. Princess Zelda had no choice but to wait for the seal on Link to be broken. In order to escape the Demon King's pursuit, she went into hiding by disguising herself as a boy of the Sheikah tribe and adopting the name Sheik. Yes. Okay. The hero awakens, wielding the Master Sword in his left hand and carrying the Hylian shield in his right. Link returned as an adult when Princess Zelda played her harp. She imparted her wisdom to Link. She instructed the hero to break the curse on each of the 5 temples and awaken the sages within. Yes. Okay, let's go back to the contents page. Have I gone too far back? Yes. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's split into 3 sections. The legend begins, the world of Skyward Sword. Part 2 is the history of Hyrule, the chronology. And third part is creative footprints, documenting 25 years of artwork. So over 200 pages. Yeah, that's a lot of pages. But I think I'm going to leave it at that, so there we go. That's a bit of The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia. I hope you found that interesting, and most importantly, I guess relaxing. And I hope you were interested in seeing Link talk, because this was my first time ever, so anyway, I'll see you next time around here.